We do jazz hands like that. You can do a silent jazz hand if you can move the hands. I don't know if Clover Tactical can see us, but we're doing jazz hands right now. Walter's doing jazz hands. There goes a Clover Tactical jazz hand going up there. Walter's busy. What's Walter doing? Walter's doing a totally different dance than jazz hands. We are live. I hope you got your big girl panties on. This is episode 188 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, live from the Big Daddy Gun Studios. Let me bring the microphone closer. And
Big Daddy.
Yes, we are talking about a banned video tonight, a banned Hank Strange video that you guys can only find in a special place. Clover Tactical, I sent it to you. Do we just call you Clover Tactical? Do we have some other name we can call you?
Well, Clover, usually.
Clover, okay, Clover, that's cool. Walter, I sent it to both of you guys. It is in the link of this description if you guys want to know. There's a banned video. It's brand new. You've never seen it anywhere. It's exclusively on the new platform that we're still working on, but the platform is it's there. We're just still working on things. Excluded, and there is a link in the description for everyone who wants to see that video. It's a banned video by YouTube. And we're going to talk about that along with other things. Our special guest tonight is Clover Tactical. I encourage you guys to go to his YouTube channel and all his other social media and follow him. We also have Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms. It's Friday. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So, Clover, what's up with you, man? How goes it?
Just try to get through a Friday, brother. That's about it.
Yeah. I know the feeling, man. I know how it is. Lola and I were like actually everything's a little crazy right now. We're a little late because we decided to have, dinner like grown-up human beings. We went to a restaurant and had dinner before the show. Usually we're here trying to throw food in our mouths in the studio every night because this is where we live. We live here. We go back home. We go to our house to go to bed and sleep. And that's about all we do over there. So I'm pretty happy that it's Friday, to be honest with you. So thanks for coming on, man. What part of the country are you coming from, Clover?
We are in Texas.
Texas. Okay, yes. And we actually met for the first time. I think we've probably been following each other on stuff, but we met at Dallas at the NRA, right?
Yeah, in the media line.
Yeah, exactly. They made us all wait in the media line because there were more media at this show than protesters. Am I lying? Am I lying, Clover?
No, it was insane.
Yeah. So tell me, was that line like at SEMA, where it was just kind of stupid?
It was ridiculous. The line was ridiculous. We were on the line for it was over an hour and a half. We were on there for a long time, and it was just getting longer behind us.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all were there longer than I was. Y'all were already there when I walked up.
Yeah. So, and it was all usually the line is not like that, right? It's just the YouTube guys and the social media, the people who actually believe in guns, etc. But then all the regular media decided they wanted to come to this show. I don't know why that could be. I don't know if it couldn't have had anything to do with Trump being there
and Trump's son and Mike Pence and Oliver North.
And everyone's thinking about guns, and everyone's buying guns, and more people are buying guns in America. So they shattered the previous record. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Really going to be interesting to see what happens going forward with the attendance.
Yes, we'll see what happens next year in Indiana. So we're going to get to know Clover Tactical. We're going to have him introduce himself, talk about who he is. If you guys could do me a favor right now and go follow his social media, follow him on YouTube. Where's the biggest place that you transmit from?
Probably YouTube, honestly. I mean, sadly, I should say. That's most of us, but I'm also on some of the alternative platforms. I don't know if you're familiar with those, but the UGE-tube or YouTube. A lot of us call it the Donald Trump tube because it's the huge tube, right? But
it's huge.
Yeah, the huge tube. It's huge.
Huge.
Gun streamer, gun tube. Some of the new ones that are popping up.
Are you on the Pornhubs? Are you on the Pornhubs? Don't lie.
No, not on that one. No.
Not broadcasting, right?
No.
Yeah.
That,
Do you know
that
what
has
the
a lot to
Pornhubs
do-
are?
I'm vaguely familiar with that. I think, but I'll plead the fifth just in case.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we've got Walter Keller from Safety Harbor Firearms. Walter, what's up, man?
Oh man, today I was out at the Air Force Base, McGill Air Force Base, getting ready for the air show this weekend.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I saw you posting some pictures and stuff like that. So
took the Pinsgauer out there. That's a truck. If those who don't know what a Pinsgauer is, the military vehicle guys have a few vehicles out there in the hangar. So we're hanging out, displaying our stuff.
Yeah,
watching planes fly around.
Did you watch the Pinsgauer or something? Because it
yes,
looked
I
really,
did. Actually.
Yes, it looked really good. I was like, what? No.
And it needs a paint job, but I gave it a bath. It hadn't had. I can't remember the last time I gave it a bath.
I know. I was like, is it me or this this doesn't look like Walter's Pinsgauer?
It had some mud on it still from the
tactical dirt.
Tactical mud from the rally in February. So yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And you're wearing this like a handsome guy on your t-shirt.
Look at that.
I mean, what is going on there? We'll have to lock it on you. Holy jeez.
Moved my freedom. Yeah, it got buried in. You know how you have a drawer with T-shirts in it, and sometimes some of them get to the bottom of the drawer and they never make it to the top. Right. This one had gotten the bottom and it just got stuck down there in the abyss. So I turned it over and there it was.
You resurrected.
I brought it back to life.
Yes. Yeah. Amen. Pass the peas. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Pass the collard greens.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus. Pass the collard greens now. Yeah. So very cool. We're going to talk about that as well. We got a whole bunch of different things going on up in here. You know what? We didn't shout out the folks yesterday, so I'm going to go through real quick and shout out everyone that's here in the chat. And then I of course, as I always do, I want to encourage everyone to please click the thumbs ups. Okay, please click the thumbs ups. It's Friday, so I did send out a newsletter just now. I just literally sent it out. If you're on our newsletter, you should have gotten it. There's a link in there that for the video that we're talking about that you can open up in another window and check out that video while we're talking about it, as well as my phone number is on there. If you watch this show and you see people sending me messages, because I actually include my phone number, people could text me and all that. Don't call me while I'm on the show because I'm not going to answer unless I really, really want to embarrass you. Then I might answer. But so that's in there, as well as some other things, ways you can support us and stuff like that. If you want to be on our email list, you need to go to hankstrange.tv. It's www.hankstrange.tv. And when you go there, put in your email address. And that's how we'll keep in touch with you and send you all the cool things we have going on. So do that. Click the thumbs ups. Let me go real quick here to Carl Compton has just got this on lockdown. He's first like every day now. I don't know.
He must have an app. He must have an app for that or some program.
Yeah, he's got some kind of thing. Huh?
The Be First app.
Be First.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what Carl Compton's doing, but he's in there. Joe Carpenter as well. Michael Bender, SoCal Gunner is in there. He says, "What's up, my strange people?" Richard Hughes. He says Richard Hughes now has like given up trying to be number one in the country. So he's just doing number one in his state. He says he's number one for Michigan. So shout out to Michigan, actually. We have a lot of people from Michigan and Florida, Walter. You ever notice that?
Oh yeah. Yes, I did.
Yeah. Oh, you say that like it's a bad thing.
Well,
uh-oh.
Would they still have the Michigan tags on?
Snowbirds. I mean,
that happens. Yeah.
A lot of my friends are from Michigan, man. I have some friends that actually like live in an airport community in Florida, and they fly in, and then they fly out.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're down here from Michigan, you're driving slow in the fast lane. Get the out.
Oh, is that why you grimaced?
Oh, between them and Ontario, I don't want
Yeah. Listen, after dealing with traffic in Dallas,
it's a sweet thing.
I am not complaining about any traffic in Florida until I forget about Dallas traffic.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't experienced Dallas traffic, so
yeah,
I can't bitch yet.
It's not so much the traffic; it's the roads. It's just the way that they curve and twist around, and you go in 15 circles before you get anywhere.
Oh, yeah, Hank, I'm saying the same thing.
Yeah, there was no heavy duty. Like, you're not sitting in traffic for an hour or anything. It's just batshit crazy. You know, is it always like that, Clover?
Yeah, it really is. They're always working on something or doing something. They don't believe in the premise that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. They don't. That concept just fails on the city of Dallas for some reason.
Okay, Texas road engineering.
It's big.
Like, we will keep you occupied by making you go around in circles.
Right. Yeah. It's almost like they have a vested interest in the oil and gas industry.
I don't know.
I never thought of that.
Texas? I don't know. So,
We
yeah.
keep you driving. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I shouted out Joe Carpenter, Vanessa Kitty also in there as well. Vanessa says she's in Connecticut and might not be the first, but if you claim the first, Vanessa, then you're the first.
Then you got first dibs on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ron and Ron says Hanka Rama Tram. I'm not sure what that means. Hanka Rama Tram. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know, but it sounds cool. It sounds cool. Joe Carpenter wants to know, what's this excluded thing? Go to the link. It's in the description. Go to the link and check it out. That's we're going to talk about that as soon as we get through the shout outs here. And well, we're going to do the shout outs. Then we're going to find out about Clover Tactical, who he is, and his inner deep soul.
I didn't agree to that. That was not in the contractual obligations.
Okay, we might not find out about his innermost deep soulness then. The Archangel is also in here. He says, hello, ladies. He's only talking to the ladies for some reason. So there you go, unless he's just talking to all of us. And let's see, Richard Harper is in here as well. He also says, hello, ladies. What is going on? What is going on? I guess we're all ladies. If we got our big girl panties on, we're probably ladies. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. That makes sense. I acknowledge that one. When you put on the big girl panties, you're officially a lady. I guess we identify as the ladies once we do that, right? So there you go. All right. So let me see who else we got in here. We got Brian Quick. He says he's first in the ATL. Oh boy. I'm gonna be shouting out lots of places. Caviar Hound is in here. Boss Hog is in. Travis Haight, Strange Media Operator Gerald Loafers is also in here. Let's see who else. I see Walter was in the chat. That was cool.
Yeah,
Walter's in there. And let's see, Robert Norton, J-Rock as well. And Special K says Evening Strangerholics from Special K. That's Chris Illog.
Special K, man, you got that. Reminds me of one of Eddie Murphy's characters in one of his skits. Well, one of his like a family member was called Special K.
I think so. I thought Special K was a rapper too.
Well, probably could be, but
yeah. Let's see. LB Louis Cypher is also in here. Rob D says it's gun time. He puts up a gun symbol and the clock. That's Rob D, which is very cool. I wish I knew how to do all these cool symbols, but I don't. I edit my sub MOA AK says Chinese Wednesday. I don't know what that means. Oh, is it? No, that's Chinese food. You have Chinese food on Wednesdays.
Fridays is normally Chinese, but I think we're gonna get some prime rib from Boston Market. So.
Oh, okay, prime rib. Okay, Walter's getting prime rib. For anyone who needs to know, Walter's getting prime rib. We should get a food outlet to sponsor Walter's eating.
At the air show today, I waited almost an hour to get a hot dog.
To get one hot dog?
To get 2 hot dogs.
2. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was I've never done that before.
Yeah.
So
what was that, Clover? Did you say something?
Oh, I was just 2 hours for an hour for 2 hot dogs. I said, wow.
Yeah. No, that was that wasn't my I stood in line that long for that.
Yeah, you could have just caught your own dog and hot dogged it. Oh
man, I could have I could have hopped in the car and went to the commissary and went to the Burger King on the base, for that. Shit.
Yeah. Armament and Axis says, happy frickin' Friday, people.
Tyven is still in Florida.
Yeah, the Archangel says he encourages everyone to go to Big Daddy Unlimited and sign up. He said prices are sick low, Big Daddy Unlimited. There is a link in the description of this video. Lots of people saving money on the Big Daddy Unlimited. So let's see what else we got here. What else? Who else do we have that missing? Jolly Roger, Music Lover, Tacos and French Fries says good evening, everyone. CB says yo, 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 Friday, yo. Scott Kimball is also says Walter is doing the hokey pokey. Is that what that dance is that you do, Walter? Oh, we lost Walter. Walter hit the eject button, Clover.
Yeah.
Unless you ejected him.
You dissed his dancing abilities. That was the last straw. He didn't handle
it. Something crashed over there, or Walter smashed the wrong button just now.
Oops.
Rob D says Sweet Clover is in the house. So I don't know. That could be one of your people. Rich White says howdy, folks. We got E-Rock and Josh Benware.
Man.
Josh Benware says, crap, I'm wearing my little girl panties. Be right back.
Tight fit.
Ooh, okay. Don't send us pictures.
Definitely not.
No.
No, I don't need no photos.
Yeah. Although, I've been thinking we should make a line of big girl panties. Seriously. We should make a line of big girl panties. Why not?
Like physical panties?
Yeah. Yes. And what's the name of that YouTuber who got in trouble because he went to the suicide forest in Japan?
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake Paul.
Yeah. Jake Paul or something like that.
Jake
or Paul
Paul.
Logan, something. Yeah. So that guy, recently I heard that he did it because all of his fans for some reason are kids, which I don't understand. But I guess you don't get really big until you get all the 8-year-olds following you. But he had
he came up through Disney, I think, didn't he?
Oh, really?
Oh, Disney?
I think so.
Yeah. I never heard of him until the Suicide Forest thing.
Right.
But so recently what he did was he told all his fans that if they go to school and write down a link or something to one of his videos on the blackboard and then take a picture of it and post it, that he will follow them on Instagram or something like that. So all these kids were doing it and then getting in trouble and getting like detention and, suspended and all kinds of things. And he was just real happy about it. So, which I don't feel sorry for those kids that are following him, but the reason why I'm telling that whole long convoluted story is we should make a line of big girl panties, get the big girl panties disseminated out into the universe and then have people send us pictures of them in the big girl panties.
Okay.
That could go badly.
Yeah,
very badly.
And then if they send us big girl panties, we'll follow them on the Instagrams. No? Walter, you're not volunteering for this? No. Clover, how about you, man?
I'm all on board if we create a new channel. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you don't want your
styles of the big girl panties, maybe.
Yeah, you don't want your wife to come.
If the big girl panties cost $100 a set and you buy them for me, I'm good for it. Boom. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Oh, someone is sending me big girl panties. I have a feeling. There's pictures coming in. Look, someone sent me. There's big girl panties right there. Big girl panties. There you go. Big girl panty pics. Inbound.
Glad it's you, not me.
Yeah. If you want to know how that's happening, I sent out the newsletter today, and the newsletter has my number where people send me pictures and stuff like that. So there you go. So let's see. I don't know if I missed anyone. I saw Rich White, Andrew Thomas, 33 Bravo, Kentucky Firearms Network, Moobut is in here, Hamburger Helper. Let's see. CloverTac is in the chat for anyone that wants to talk to him. Tina Fisher and Tonis as well. I'm sure I totally messed that up. Psycho 316 DF2 Dot, Bill Butcher, Tango Hunter. There you go. So if I missed anyone, let me know. We can always come back around to it and shout you out. So Hamburger Helper says he has enough big girl panties there. So do you actually ever get enough big girl panties, or should I let that die right now?
What?
Yeah. Can you ever have enough big girl panties?
It depends on the girl and the panties.
Yeah.
Well, I heard somewhere, and I can't remember where, that a collector never stops collecting. That's what I heard.
That's a good one.
Well,
that's a good one.
Let's just say I don't collect that, so we won't start.
Justin E says Hank needs granny panties. And Music Lover says, let it die, let it die.
Yeah.
And that guy's wife 94 says, hello, Hank. So shout out to that guy's wife 94. Thanks for joining us. So
that's
there you
my
go.
wife, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, that's your wife. Okay, cool. Now she knows
that guy's wife, right? I mean, come on. Her name says it.
Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. You know, so all the gun guys, their wives have, like, you know, Mrs. So-and-so. So, you know, Mrs. Iraq veteran, right?
I guess.
You know, Mrs. Skinny Medic. So I figured yours would be Mrs. CloverTac or something like that.
I don't know. I'm not popular enough for her to glom onto that. I think.
Yeah, she's gonna get bigger than you.
She's competing at this point. So
yeah. With her own, like, I don't know whose wife it is, but I like that. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. So listen, man, tell us, like, you know, who you are. How did you start doing the YouTube thing? How did this happen?
Well, I got into the YouTube thing quite a few years ago. I've been on YouTube actually a long time. The current channel, the CloverTac channel, is actually the second channel that I've had. The first, I was in the computer business, computer industry for quite a few years. And the first was kind of tech related and advertising for that business, a few how-tos and stuff like that, right? That got me in the door with YouTube. And then, you know, as time goes on, I mean, we all get into the community, especially growing up rural and that type of stuff. And, you know, sort of, I don't know, gained a reputation as the gun guy in the area, that sort of thing. And next thing you know, in Texas, sure, of course.
Okay.
And, you know, one thing leads to another, and it's, you know, how do I install this spring or work on this or do that, right? And the easiest way, of course, is to flip on a camera, flip on your phone, shoot a little video, upload it to YouTube, right? And say, here it is. And it's just, it's kind of went from there, honestly.
Okay, very cool. I think Richard Harper is asking, how did you get the name CloverTac? Or
that's actually a good question. A lot of people, you know, with the tactical leprechaun thing and stuff like that you see, a lot of people think that it's an Irish heritage thing, which that certainly is part of the equation. But primarily, a lot of my firearms background comes from 4-H shooting sports, 4-H, for the 4-leaf clover, so forth and so on. So just kind of incorporated that into the mix. It's such a huge part of my life that you know, no need in ignoring it. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to go there. I just wanted to know if this actually had something to do with leprechauns. That was not me asking. That was Lola, because Lola is an African leprechaun.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, she's trying to find the Irish people that got lost from the African tribe years ago. So,
that's a stretch.
I gotta get in trouble for that one.
Oh man, that's a stretch.
Lola actually
are everywhere though. So
yeah, Lola actually
we need leprechauns.
Yes. You know what? When we did the genetic test thing, and I definitely will get in trouble for this, Lola actually has pigmy blood.
What?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, though.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
cool.
It is. I was like, I knew it.
Cool.
I always knew it. She's not claiming the pygmy people. You know, but yes, that is a truth. But I think that's because, like, Lola is an African Aryan nation. And what I mean by that is, I always thought she would, you know, like, have you done a genetic test, Clover?
No, I have not. No.
Oh, okay. You should do it. I've got
my family tree mapped out for quite a few generations. But yeah, no, as far as the genetic test, no.
Oh, okay. You should do it. It's really cool. Walter, I know you did it, right?
I did it. Yep.
Yeah. There's always surprises. So everyone has surprises. Like, I had surprises. I found out that I was related to The Rock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. What? I am.
Okay.
You know, I got Polynesian blood. That means I'm
Well,
related.
then everybody's
That was one of the surprises to me. Like my bloodline's pretty mixed up and all that. And I pretty much knew that. Walter, what was your surprise? I forget.
I had none. My wife had a little bit of one, but that was that.
You had no surprises.
None. Zero.
Oh, okay. Okay.
None. There was no. Everything I was told as a child is true.
Oh, okay. You are a Keller.
Yeah, I am from Eastern European and English and all that stuff. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No Zimbabwe blood or anything like that.
Right. Well, there's always surprises in there. So I thought like Lola is going to have some kind of European blood or some kind of weird thing. She was all African.
Well, that's one's like me. I got the story's true.
Yeah.
The story's true.
No, there's some people, but you know, because a lot of times when people do that, they always find out there's like some weird mix in there. So
yeah, it's like, you know, Peggy found out she had a little bit of Western African trace of in her bloodline, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know,
or some people, like a lot of people here in America, think that they're Indian. Like
that's what Peggy. There was a story that somebody was, you know, American Indian, and when it came back, there wasn't a drop, not a trace,
no sign,
nothing. Yeah,
0.0%,
0.000. Now there was that trace of I guess Senegal. Was that what Senegal?
Senegalese. Okay.
Yeah. Of the Western Africa thing, but which was kind of interesting.
And speaking of Peggy,
talking about me?
Yeah, we're talking about you. Yeah.
What are you talking about me?
Genetics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. I have.
So anyway,
we found out you're African.
Senegal.
Yeah.
Or less than 1% or more than 1%. I'm not exactly sure what percentage.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Yeah.
Interesting to see my father's face when I mentioned it. That was even funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. Okay, all right. So let me see. There's more questions here to CloverTac. We got to stick to the program here. I carry my revolver in single action. Wants to know if you're going to change your name to that woman's husband or something.
only if she gets bigger than me. That's yeah.
If her numbers pass yours, then yes.
At that point, it could happen. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then I'm seeing some people put up their things. Psycho 316 says he is 24.4% Native American, though. So there you go. And people are saying hello to Peggy.
Oh.
There you go. Richard Hughes says his German side goes back hundreds of years.
Yep.
So
a little bit of that. Yep.
But he says no mention of it in the test. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well,
it doesn't go back then.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. Well, no comment. You know.
Well, could you live in that area and not be, or your ancestors have lived in that area but yet not actually been German? Is that a possibility?
There was no interbreeding with someone with a German blood.
Yeah, but if it goes back hundreds of years, they probably would have been.
They would think so. Yeah.
You would think.
I mean, I have a German last name, so somebody somewhere met a German someplace in an alley or something. But
I'm not even gonna. I don't even.
There was no surprises,
right?
There wasn't anything like 10% Jewish or something like that, which wouldn't have been the end of the world or anything. But still, there was nothing like that. So. Which could very well have been true from Eastern Europe, you never know, so.
Yeah. I think when my mom did hers, we're coming up on Mother's Day, my mom's was pretty interesting. Like I knew my mom was Indian, but she's also like Chinese and she's Iranian and got all these kinds of.
Those people all have boats.
Yeah, they're pretty much all in the same area, and I've always told people like my mom is descendant of the Thuggee people. So the Thuggees in India were like these bandits that were pretty badass in India when the British colonized there, and they basically had to like exterminate all the Thuggees.
Shot on sight kind of thing?
Yes, they took everyone out. So a lot of the Thuggees kind of like left and went to other parts of the world. And I was born in the Caribbean, and people always like, well, so how's your mom Indian, but she's in the Caribbean? Because like obviously African people got there through slavery, most of them, and then Indians went there through like indentured servitude, looking for other places in the world to go out to, etc. So, and obviously they went through China and then they went through Iran.
Oh yeah, they were traders. Those people were. So
yeah. John E.G. Smith says he's actually part Martian and part orc.
I want to get the test and see if I actually am part Cro-Magnon, like caveman.
If you have the Cro-Magnon thing,
yeah, that would be interesting. I want to see that.
Walter, can take off your hat for a second.
Oh, here we go.
Let's find out from the people if they think Walter is Cro-Magnon. I think so.
Okay, you happy now?
Yes. Yes, I'm pretty sure you're Cro-Magnon.
Okay, well, my blood type is O negative, and O negative is supposed to be the oldest blood type.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, that's what they say.
I didn't know that.
Whoever they are, yeah. So, I don't know.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Clover, what kind of stuff can we look forward to on your YouTube channel? What kind of videos do you do? This is a good time for everyone to go over to your channel and subscribe.
Yeah, check it out. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I'm no stranger to the live stream. We do a show on Mondays, which is just it's a one-on-one Q&A. I brought that back actually by request, because when I first started doing the live streams, that's what it was. It was just myself in the chat, and eventually was bringing on panelists and things like that, and I had some people say, hey, we really like that one-on-one and just asking questions and just your opinion on the topic. So we brought that back on Monday nights. And then Wednesday, because of the 4-H background, the youth shooting sports, we actually do a show that's the topics generally kind of involve youth in some way. Last night's, or was it last night's? I guess it was Wednesday nights. Was actually about the benefits of having firearms in the home and kids exposed to those firearms in a setting like that.
Okay.
And, Thursday nights I do what I call the nerd chat, and it's more of how social media works. We talk about the new platforms coming out for us to take our good content channels to, and as far as manipulating the data in the video to show up in search engines and a lot of nerdy stuff like that, right? And then Friday rather, is it's a show similar to this. I mean, it's just a panel discussion, usually topics of the day.
Okay.
Outside of that, as far as the produced content, it just depends. I mean, you got all the normal things that everybody else does, from T&E to reviews to, SHOT Show footage to, NRA footage, you name it.
Okay. Cool. How was the NRA for you this year? I know I saw you when we were on the
awesome.
line.
I mean, I don't think I've met anybody there. I don't think I've talked to anybody afterwards where I met them there or not. And I don't think I've seen anything on social media that anybody was really unhappy with it. It looks like everybody had a blast. Yep.
Did you see any protesters?
About 12.
Yeah. That's more. That's 12 more than I saw. I didn't really see protesters at all. Well, I saw that driving around. There was, someone hired one of those driving billboards. I saw that a couple times. Yeah.
Well, somebody said there was a billboard, I think on one of the major highways or major interstates coming into Dallas. Somebody told me there was an anti-gun billboard.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. And then I also, I know that there was a restaurant or something. There was some hubbub or hufflepuffle, whatever you want to call that.
I remember the name. Yeah, over the whole receipt issue.
Yeah, there was a restaurant that was taking all their money and giving it to the anti-gun people.
Yeah, that was pretty bizarre. Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you just gotta wonder what people are thinking.
Hey, listen, and it's Dallas right now. Texas better than us, so Dallas is a liberal town, right?
It is one of the more liberal areas, sure.
So why the hell did we have the NRA show there?
Probably because of the convention.
Dallas, the city of Dallas fought that for, they booked that years in advance, obviously. And the city of Dallas struggled with that. They really didn't want it there. That's the word on the ground here, anyway, is that they really didn't want it to happen there. So
yeah, I remember seeing that the mayor disinvited us, right?
Yeah, basically. And and I don't understand that. This is where you mix in, and I don't get this, whether you're dealing with the boycotts or this company dealing with that company or whatever the case may be. This is what I don't get, is how people they convolute business and politics a lot of times and stuff. And I mean, regardless of what your politics are on the Second Amendment, I mean, you had the biggest NRA show in history, right? I mean, there had to have been some kind of economic impact for the city of Dallas, which is a good thing. Yeah. Yeah. And do you really want to discount that and overlook that over some type of political ideology? That's just absolutely insane to me that people can think that way.
Well, that's because those people are so radically, their political views are so radical. They don't care about the money.
Right.
They don't care about the little guy that's working at the place that wouldn't be making, or the Uber driver or whatever. It's not going to get his fares. They don't care.
Yeah. Are there alternatives in Texas that the NRA show could go to?
Ooh, that's a good question. As far as there's plenty of locations. I don't know that there's anything as high profile as the Dallas Fort Worth area. You're talking about going to another larger city, and then you're going to have the same issues there. Unfortunately, I mean, Austin is the liberal mecca of Texas.
Okay.
If you go to Austin, you're dealing with that. San Antonio is not too terribly far behind. There's a lot of huge events that happen in San Antonio, and then you got Houston from there, and particularly in Houston since the hurricanes a few years ago, and you had that exodus, of course, from Louisiana, from the New Orleans area. Houston has gotten fairly liberal. So your major cities are really a problem here in Texas. Thankfully we have enough in the smaller cities to offset that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you gotta have a pretty large venue to host a show that big. So that can be part of it too.
Right. There has to be a large venue. There has to be enough hotels.
Right.
And other conference halls. It has to be like a big airport nearby. Right.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Kind of good stuff. So that's the thing. So, and then is it true that the NRA show just rotates amongst a certain amount of places? Because I know it's coming back to Indiana already. I thought it went all to all the different states. I have not seen it come to Florida yet.
That I don't know. I haven't been in the game long enough. I mean, this was my first NRA. So, that I don't know.
Yeah. Walter, do you know something about this?
I don't know for sure. I mean, it would make sense. The SHOT Show used to do that. They used to go to different cities around the country until they got sucked into Las Vegas permanently, seems like. But I don't know I haven't been following NRA that close. I mean, I went to NRA in Pittsburgh in 2011. We actually had tables there. So I don't know. Will it run back in Pittsburgh? I don't know.
Right. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, the food is catching up to me. Never have steak and then try to go live. Just never do that. Okay, so Rich White says Steven Crowder's video about the NRA protesters was hilarious. I didn't see that. I
haven't got to watch it yet either. That's on my list.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look that up. Steven Crowder's funny, so I'm just imagining in my mind what kind of craziness he did.
Did you see him there at all?
No, I didn't see Steven. I've never seen him out anywhere. I've been to the NRA shows and SHOT Show. I'm sure he goes to.
I thought about it. I walked by the Walther booth, and they're the sponsor of his or whatever, and I got to thinking. I thought, I wonder if he's here. And then I heard later on in the media room that he was there. He was just in disguise or something. So, who knows?
Oh, he was in disguise? Really?
Yeah, he was in his some type of a disguise. He apparently, I guess, was using for the protesters or whatever.
Oh, okay, makes sense. I know that Demolition Ranch was going around there in disguise.
Yeah, I walked around behind them for about 5 minutes. And
did you know that was them? Because I didn't know.
I didn't know at the time, but I speculated it probably was because he's quite the goofball. So I'm wondering if that's that's demo. And ended up it was. So.
Okay, cool. That guy's
and I had what tipped it off for me was he had a GoPro strapped on. And I'm like, okay, this weird dude in a weird costume with a GoPro. I'm like,
yeah. Something's up.
Yeah.
So that guy's wife 94 is back. Said I lost signal driving home. There you go. So Nico Ghost Gunner says India will be thrilled to get the economic boom of hosting the NRA next year. And there you go. So
I hope they have the turnout. At least a similar turnout. That'd be great for Indy.
Well, they're gonna have one more. I'm going. So.
Yes, at least.
I didn't go this year. Yeah,
you should have gone, Walter, because everyone was asking about you.
I know. I when I was watching it all go down, you guys having a good time, and I was like, damn, I should have went.
Yeah, and everyone's like, it's like, where's Waldo? Where's Waldo?
He's in the shop making the donuts.
Yeah,
that's all.
And that's what Rod Mills calls you. Where's
Waldo?
Yeah.
Well.
So there you go.
I got a kick out of him in that picture with him and American Gun Chick. So.
Yeah. So HNRE42 says a lot of people supposedly got pissed about Matt dressing up. I don't know why that would be. You know, I don't know if he was pranking people or anything like that. I don't, you know.
He's in his own little world, so no.
Yeah. And Exhale says Crowder called out the protest leader. It was great. And Richard Maunder says he asked for Walter. So
thank you.
Yes, he was looking for you, Walter. Lots of people were looking for you, missing you. Next time, I'm going to go to the show with a big, massive head mask on, and I'm going to go. You're
going to go white face. You're going to be white face.
Yes, indeed. You know, absolutely. That's probably not going to end well. Not going to end well. So okay, so you know what? Let's go. Let's talk a little bit about the video that we put out on Excluded. I don't know if anyone's had a chance to see it.
I went over there. Where is it on Excluded?
It's on the link. Just click. I put a link in the description. I put a link in the email I sent you.
I couldn't.
Here, let me see. I could probably put this link
in the chat. I tried to open it in the chat. Nothing's there. So
here, I'll put a link here in the chat right now.
Oh, okay.
That you guys could go check it out.
Okay.
Open it up in another page. So, who has a CZ Scorpion or Clover? What are you into CZ Scorpions at all?
I do not into them. Sure, have one. No.
Oh, okay. So I don't know who has a CZ Scorpion out there. Walter has one. I think at least one, right, Walter?
Correct.
Yeah, I've got one, which Walter has also.
Mm-hmm. For a time being, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's lots of people out there with CZ Scorpions. And so Franklin Armory makes a binary trigger for several different guns, and they're about to come out with the binary trigger for the CZ Scorpion. I met them at the NRA show. They gave me the prototype, and Walter and I tested it a couple of days ago, right? Was that
on Wednesday?
Yeah. Yeah. So Vanessa Kitty says she would like a Scorpion in the backpack. And RT Gunsmoke says he doesn't have one. I'm sure you can get one. Go check out Big Daddy Unlimited. You can probably get you one there for a really good price. So there you go. So we tested that out. We did a video on it, but here's the problem, right? As everyone knows, YouTube does not want those kind of videos on there.
Bless their heart.
Yeah. So now what do we do? So what one of the things we've been working here behind the scenes is Excluded. And if you watch this podcast, you guys have heard me talk about it a little bit. So that video is on Excluded along with some other videos. Eventually all our band videos are going to wind up over there. And to be honest with you, at some point, all the gun videos will be over there. But I figured, you know what? I'll put it here so people can go. It's the only place that it's available right now. And you guys could all go check it out. I'll be putting up links and sharing it all over the place, of course. But this is your chance to go there, check it out. Let me know what you think. And this one won't go down because we are controlling Excluded.
So you won't be excluded.
Yeah, we won't be excluding ourselves. We are just the excluded. I don't know. We don't really have like a thing like that yet. We got to come up with one of those mantras.
Yeah, it's evolving.
Yeah. So I see some people saying gun tube and lots of different things.
Yeah, I guarantee a gun tube you can't touch that with $1 million stick. Probably somebody owns that already.
I think someone does own the rights to
probably that. YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, guntube.org is up. So
it's available.
I do know that. No, it's actually a site. It is
okay.
It's a hosting site. So yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of things that are going to wind up excluded. Right now, it's just the guns that are excluded. So I think we were trying to think forward here that there's going to be lots of things that they're going to fall under that umbrella. Maybe they're just going after us right now. That's not really true. They're already going after other people.
Yeah. Did you hear the news today about the marijuana channels that were taken down? Were just strike gone. There was like 8 of them or something.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were, they weren't they were talking about the advocacy side of it and medical benefits. It's not like they were just sitting around token up, right? I mean, it was, they were talking about the different facets of the marijuana industry and a lot of things like that. So, there's a lot of hoopla over that right now.
Yeah, I did see something that a bunch of YouTube channels got deleted, but I didn't get a chance to check into it. So it was all the weed channels.
The weed channels, yeah, and they've got their own weed tube or something, by the way, which I thought was cool. When I heard, I was like, "That's awesome."
That's big money.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And unfortunately, very very much a racket that you can't get into unless you're somehow connected. So,
yeah. Tina Fisher Antona says they're going after vaping. Yeah. You know, these guys are going to do this with whatever they want. That's what I'm trying to tell everyone. Like, it's not really going to end anywhere. They're going to do this to everything that they don't like or they don't think is politically correct. They're going to come after cars. They're going to come after anything that they don't like. You know? So, I mean, I know they're already going after people they consider to be in the right wing. You know, and it's so insane. If you look at this stupid video that Childish Gambino did, right? I know you don't know who Childish Gambino is, Walter.
No, I don't.
Clover doesn't know either.
No.
So, you're making an assumption there now.
Do you know Clover? Let me not assume.
No, that was an accurate assumption. No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So Childish Gambino is, what's his name? Something Glover. Is
he a rapper?
He's a rapper, but he's also an actor. So if you've seen the new Star Wars movie that's coming out, Solo.
Okay.
He is the guy who plays oh my god, what's the name of the black character?
No, he's not. He's not. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he plays
Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, he plays. Yeah, the guy who plays the actor who plays Lando Calrissian. It's something Glover, and he's an actor, and he's also a rapper, and his rap name is Childish Gambino. So
I'm familiar with it. I'm actually familiar with that. So yeah.
So that guy made a music video where in the video he's shooting all these people. Like, he starts out the video, there's a guy tied to a chair. Donald Glover, Lola says, Donald Glover, and he shoots a guy in the back of the head, and he goes through the video just committing all these acts of violence. And the video is supposed to say that all this stuff is happening in America and we don't care, right? Which I think is bullshit.
Right.
But you know, the ironic thing is that these kinds of videos and other videos that are out there, and I'm not trying to get them banned. You know, I'm an artist. I believe in it. I'm a musician. I've made hip hop music and all that kind of stuff. I don't think they should be banned, but it's ironic that they could do all those things, put them up in videos, be on YouTube, be monetized and all that kind of stuff. And we're doing something that's legal, that doesn't hurt anyone, that actually educates people.
Right.
And they're like, nope, can't do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't get the left-right argument necessarily with the YouTube either. I mean, take, for example, the pot channels, like we're talking about. That's typically a left cause, right? A leftist cause to an extent. And they took them down. And so, I don't know. Did they sacrifice them to try to look like they wasn't biased, or, is something else totally different at play? It's so messed up. Who knows?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why they decided to come down. I don't know why they're even doing this. And I think in the end, they're going to suffer for this as everything fractions off and people realize it's not that difficult. Like right now, I've got to tell people about my thing, and everyone out there that has a different platform has to say, oh, this is my platform or whatever. But it's really just a hyperlink. It's just a click. If you're looking for it, it's easy enough to find. I could share that. Just like I would anything else on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and it's easy enough to find that I think they're making a huge mistake with what they're doing and opening up the door to their eventual demise.
Oh.
But yeah, they don't see it.
They're inviting more competition.
Absolutely,
Don't seem to care.
Yeah. So Brian Quick says, I wasn't impressed with his video. It seems to be popular right now, but he's not the first to make a video with similar innuendo. Yeah, I agree with that. And it's actually popular around the world, but I saw somewhere that it's not popular in America as much as it is anywhere else. Kal-El says you can show boobies if it's art. Yes. Boobies are always art. That is art created by God, put there for us to enjoy the arts of boobies.
Yes, sir. No argument there.
Yeah, I don't think you could argue that.
No, I won't even try that.
Yeah. So, so let's see.
Going on?
Yeah, people I see some people talking about what will be banned and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. Music Lover says it's supposed to be anti-gun, the whole message that's going on there. I just don't understand. Like, a lot of these guys have this anti-gun message at the same time that they're trying to put out a message that the government is coming for you and the people running the government, like Trump and all that, are bad. Why do you want to declaw yourself if you're worried about the government?
I don't know. They don't make sense. They don't understand if things get really weird, they're the first people to disappear. The loudmouths and all those kind of artists are the first ones that get dispatched.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
the very first ones. So,
once it gets to that tipping point, they're not needed anymore, right?
Right. So, they've been used. Their purpose is done. Boom, out. So,
yeah. So I what is this? Someone says yeah. So people are just talking about all the different things that are banned but not banned on YouTube. That makes no damn sense. And honestly, look, if you guys are you should remember that whenever you take something and make it a taboo, you make that thing bigger.
Right. Yeah. More people want to see it when you.
Yeah. What the hell is that cup, Walter? Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Look at that. You got a brand new cup.
No, this is one that's been around the house for a while. It's actually, we know her. She works at the local Hooters here. Okay. But anyways, yeah, it's just got calendar girls on it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice. Interesting.
Peggy gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. I appreciate your sense of art, man.
Yeah,
you're an art aficionado.
I like. Yeah,
you like big butts, and you cannot lie. I bet you know that song.
I know what that is. Yeah.
I bet you know that one. Absolutely. Okay, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs ups. I'm not even sure where we're at.
104.
Yeah. So Ghost Tactical says, Hank, Clover, and I did a show that got pulled. It was from Wanamaker Gun Show. Is that true?
Oh, from the one we did. From Tulsa?
I don't know. Yeah, pulled, I guess. Pulled would be correct. What's been happening, what's been going around with a lot of I've seen it primarily on smaller channels, but there are a few larger ones that's witnessed this, but you'll go live and then it will, everybody knows when you go live, it goes into replay, right? It'll go into replay, and then shortly thereafter, it just disappears. And if you go in there, it says this video has been deleted. No strike, no warning, no email, just gone.
And what were you guys talking about?
We were talking about being there at the, if you're not familiar with the Wanamaker Gun Show, that's the largest gun show in the world. So
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We were talking about that. We were talking about, hey, we're here, largest gun show in the world. We've seen this, we've seen that. Who knows? I mean, I don't think there was anything offensive that we even mentioned.
And Tulsa at the Wanamaker show, it's mostly collector show. It's not a black rifle show or anything like that. It's just a lot.
Yeah, the lever rifles and black powder rifles and old Milsurp rifles all over the place. Oh yeah, definitely.
So
it was mostly talk like that.
So just because you guys were at a gun show, probably is what happened there.
Who knows? I mean, they didn't pull any of the other ones that I know of from that show. There were quite a few creators there that went live, and nothing happened to theirs. So
really, okay,
yeah. Some of those were walking around the show, filming stuff and whatever. So who knows?
So when the way that you guys put it up, were you able to record it separately? Were you able to upload it again somehow, or?
No, that was one of those instances where, and I've started doing that. That has never happened on my channel. That's another thing that's crazy. A lot of these things that are happening to these other channels, I've never really experienced. So, but we were of course out of town and all that stuff. So, the thing is to go and rip that off of YouTube. If it's a really good live stream and you want to keep it, then yeah, as a creator, once it's done, once it gets into replay, get that thing ripped down. And personally, I do it to podcast anyway. I'll usually throw it up to iTunes or something like that, right? As a podcast, so it's out on another place, especially if it's a good discussion, good conversation. But yeah, so, I mean, there wasn't an opportunity because we were out of town, so there wasn't an opportunity to rip it and do that until by the time we got around to that point, the next day or whatever, it was gone. So.
They took it down. Okay, so they didn't take it down in the middle, because I know with us, they took us down in the middle while we were doing the show.
I've been on some streams, in the chat rather, in some streams that I've seen that happen. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So did you guys get a strike for that?
No, there was no strike, and that's what's crazy. The ones I've seen, not just that particular one, but the other ones I've seen from different channels as well. There's no email communication, no strike. No warnings, no messages, no nothing. It just disappears.
Okay. Yeah, that's listen, they can do whatever they want to do. I think that's the thing that's going on here, and we ultimately have to try to. With us, they pulled us down while we were on the air. They gave us a strike, and then they wouldn't let us have access to that video. I have since gotten that video back. But I think it's not on. I don't even know where it is now. I need to put that video. I'm probably going to put it up on Excluded so people can see it.
You need to put it up when does it show the screen going black?
Yeah, it just cuts off. Just
after that, you need to do like a parody thing of some, like when the TV used to turn off at midnight and stuff like that. Play the national anthem, the flag flying in the wind,
Yeah,
it's got to do the different colored bars for just a few minutes there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, that's crazy stuff that I think is going to continue to happen. So everyone's fighting back in their own way. I think it's a good thing that you have all these different options out there. We're on some, we're on Full 30, and obviously we have multiple YouTube channels. We have lots of different social media. This is why we started doing the whole HankStrange.tv thing, so that people can enter their email addresses and we'll be able to keep in touch with them and let them know where we are. The whole thing about this is all of this has to shake out. I know everyone's got different places and they're like, go here. Everyone's putting their stuff on Pornhub and all of that. I think at some point, even though like it was an April Fool's thing, lots of people actually took that April Fool's joke to be serious. But I think eventually it will be serious that Pornhub won't want us on there either.
Probably not. No.
I think I read something the other day where it's already reached that point.
Really?
Yeah, I happened to cross something that I can't remember now, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think we just need to. Competition is a good thing. We need lots of different options out there for this stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. What's my option, where we're going to put things. If you all of a sudden saw all the lights got pulled on us, which could happen, don't think they forgot about the gun guys because they went after the weed guys.
Right.
They will never forget about us. They're just like letting it simmer down. Remember, they tried and we made so much noise. I'm like, yeah, maybe we need to back off for a little bit and go after some other people. So
hey, speaking of weed guys, did you see the dude that was he was messing with his pipe on the lava in Hawaii? I don't know if he was lighting his pipe or doing some stuff. I'm not exactly sure with all that paraphernalia they use for doing that stuff. But,
with the lava?
Yeah, he was up to the lava and getting it warm and heating up something. And,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another
Takes
burner
it to a whole other level there.
Another burner. Where the lava was kind of moving real slow, and he's kind of right next to it.
You have to be careful of those pops. Like if you've ever made cream of wheat or oatmeal or whatever, you get one of those pops of lava, you're done. You could be done.
Yeah.
I forgot what was that movie. There was a movie with Pierce Brosnan where in the beginning of the movie, his wife, like he's at some I think it's in Hawaii. Something explodes at like a volcano and it's going off and one of the hot rocks drops through his car, melts through the roof. It goes right into his wife's head or something. Killing her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm just thinking like, why are people messing around with this lava? It's not.
Yeah. They say that volcano might go ballistic here pretty soon. So I don't think you want to be too close.
Yeah.
Dante's Peak. That's what Brian's saying out there.
Yeah. So this is probably a joke. Richard Harper said Pornhub kicked me off because I was filming at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Hey, funny story on my chat the other night. Somebody was talking about High Point pulling out of Dick's Sporting Goods, and my cat alarm blocked it. It went off. It was like, no, can't say that.
Ghost Tactical says it's very important for creators to diversify their brands. YouTube is the biggest platform, but we need to be exposed on multiple platforms. Agree with that?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. And Brian Quick said that movie was Dante's Peak. So there you go. And Carl Compton says, let's do the thumbs ups. Let's get to 200. I think we can get to 200. We got like an hour. I think we're over 100 right now. Thumbs up. So we can definitely get to 200. Nothing wrong with that. So do you guys have any news that you all want to talk about?
I saw today, this is not news, I saw it driving down the road. I saw a blue R8. That blue color, that real
Nagaro. Go ahead, Walter. You can say it. You won't get in trouble. You can say Nagaro blue.
I didn't even know that. Nagaro blue.
Don't you remember we found out about that at SEMA show?
Well, I remember seeing it, but I don't think anything weird about that name, by the way. So you know.
You can say it. No, I just want to tease you.
Oh, Nagaro blue.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't say it like Tyven says Nicaragua, you know.
Yeah, no. Let's not get into that. Let's not open up that can of worms.
Love you, Tyven. Nothing bad.
Tyven's like, what's wrong?
What are you talking about? Yeah, I didn't.
What do I say? Yeah. No, that's a nice blue, man. They have.
Oh yeah, it really popped. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you planning on getting an Audi R8?
No, I'll watch yours.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm waiting for the Ferrari. Waiting. Ferrari, what are you getting? A Ferrari Pista or what are you getting?
I wouldn't just have a rail 308 like Magnum PI had, but you know.
Oh, old school? Yeah,
Ferrari. But you know, I tell Peggy I can't get a Ferrari until I have some place to, like a garage to put it inside.
Yeah. You plan on having no air conditioning. Well, why you don't need a garage?
I can't leave a Ferrari out in the rain, in the weather.
Why? It's got paint. That's what the paint is for.
I guess, man. I guess.
Yeah. So Cody wants to know, Walter, and we're going to get to news and stuff like that. Ahead. Cody wants to know, can I ask, he wants me to ask you, who does slide milling near Polk County or within an hour or two of Polk County? Because he says he's not getting anything when he searches.
Oh, like Glock slides and stuff, like custom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I'm not doing that kind of stuff right now because we have way too much to do, our own stuff at this moment in time. But I really don't know anybody doing it, to be honest with you. I mean, somebody should be doing it because obviously people want it done, but I don't have a good suggestion for you on that one. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So Clover is going to be back here in a second here. Walter, so what is your news that you were talking about? Or was that your news that you saw the Audi R8?
No, well, that was just one thing today. That was my local stuff here.
Yeah.
What was I looking at here? I was looking on something. Oh, today at the show, it's not news, but I met some for the first time. I met some of the Marine Raiders. The Raiders in the Marine Corps are like the SEALs. It's a relatively new title for that group, and there was some cool.
What does that mean?
Well, they're warriors, man. They're fighters, soldiers, but they're raiders. So they're like SEAL special ops.
Oh, okay. So like Marine special ops?
Right.
Okay,
correct.
Okay, and those are called raiders?
Raiders, the Raiders,
yeah. Okay.
When I rolled in with the Pinsgauer, they were all like, wow, what's that? Where'd you get that? You know, so the conversation started right away. And,
Sweet.
And I was just asking them about their mission and all their stuff. And
yeah.
A good bunch of guys, so.
Yeah. Can you imagine when we modify that Pinsgauer? It's going to be badass.
I can't imagine it, actually, to be honest with you.
No, we're not modifying it? Okay. I figured I would try.
I mean, like taking the red Ferrari and painting it Audi blue.
Mm-hmm.
No. Negative.
Yeah, I see I see in the news there's a thing here that the NRA is fighting back there. Let me see, what is it? NRA slapping Como with a lawsuit over blacklisting campaign violating First Amendment rights, as well as Second Amendment rights. Like, why can't banks engage in things that are 100% legal? So
well, they yeah, it's bad. You know, I guess But I would, you know, from the New York Attorney General, who turned out to be a hypocrite.
Yeah, what was the thing that I know the Attorney General was in the news?
He was all supportive of the Me Too.
Yeah, and then movement. He got caught out there, right?
And he got caught. Me too. You too, I guess so.
These idiots, man.
I guarantee you the Como
never
bunch,
get high on your own supply.
Well, I dig deep into the Comos. I guarantee you can find some good stuff on those guys.
For sure, for sure.
Between him and his father. Yeah, there's some rackets going on someplace.
Yeah, that's how the Father, the Sons.
Yeah.
And the Holy Ghosts.
Yeah. The Holy Mobsters, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows what those guys have going on, man.
Yeah.
So okay. So what is this? Lola sending me what's this thing about Warren Buffett, Lola? Oh, so let's see. I'm going to read this. Warren Buffett, let's see. Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, Warren Buffett pleases Berkshire Hathaway's crowd with an answer on not imposing a litmus test on gun ownership. He says, "I don't believe in imposing my political opinions on the activities of our businesses," Buffett said in response to a shareholder's question read by CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin. The shareholder wanted to know if Buffett misspoke in February when he told CNBC that Berkshire shouldn't avoid doing business with people who own guns. However, not everyone was so supportive of Buffett's response. "I don't agree with that," said Catherine Keene, a 67-year-old shareholder attending her first annual meeting. Sell your shares.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. Warren Buffett gets it. It's about money, damn it. Somebody gonna make that money.
And if he comes out and says foolish stuff like that, there are a lot of people that will, you know, they believe in their beliefs and they work around people who don't, you know, and he'll lose money as a result.
Yeah. Did you want to say something about that, Clover?
Oh, no. I mean, that kind of hits on what I was talking about earlier. Is, I mean, if it's business, try to keep the politics out of it as much as you can. It's about making money.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, if I'm invested in a company and I see that the CEO or any, you know, high level representative of that company is out there saying anything that's against making money, I'm getting the hell out of that company.
Well, yeah, because it's not productive.
Yeah. So if I hear them go, "Oh, we're not going to do business with these," not just the gun guys, like they shouldn't say they're not going to do business with anyone who's doing something that's legal.
Right.
And especially in the case where it's right. And especially in the case of something protected by, you know, the Constitution and all that. But when I hear people talking that crap, I'm like, oh, why would I want to be invested in this company? That doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah. You want to get everybody.
Well, it's the same as, you know, you have companies that don't deal with other companies because they're not green, or they don't do that because somebody said something about abortion, or that's just, you know.
Yeah. I used to have BlackBerry stock, or what is the company that makes the Blackberries? I used to have their stock, whatever. I forgot what it is now, but and I remember I saw the CEO. These guys thought they were very, very intelligent.
That was Palm, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Palm. I forgot what was the name of the company that owned the BlackBerry stock. I forgot the name right now. But anyway, so I saw them somewhere, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I don't give a crap about the stock price. I don't think about the stock price every day." Because the stock price was going down, and he said he didn't care about that. And I was like, "Oh, I think I'm selling all of this stock.
It's time to go away." Yes,
right now. You know, those are words you don't want to hear. Those kind of things coming out of, you know, you invest in this thing to make money. So it's just like all these teachers unions and stuff like that are getting into that kind of stuff, and they don't want their money invested in guns. And then in the future, when their asses go to retire and they're broke. Oh, well, you had to support all the snowflake shit. Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, the gun manufacturers use steel. So are you not going to invest in steel stock or similar type stuff? You know, I mean, it's
James Miller says the company was RIM. Yeah, James Miller says the company was RIM, RIM. So yeah, Richard Hughes said it was RIM also. So these guys are on the ball, man.
Well, we got a smart audience, I guess.
Yeah, these guys out here know you.
Did you grow, or did your rivals shrink there, Walter?
Well, a little bit of both.
Is that ATI? Is that an ATI?
Yeah, this is the ATI Outdoors Mini. Walter's
Yeah,
got,
I seen
his.
that.
I got mine
Seen
right
that
here.
at NRA. I thought the whole suppressor coming on and screwing on and off was
Yeah.
awesome on that.
Check it out. Look, there's the magazine right there. You can see the bullets.
I got a package today, and in that package,
I got your package right here.
Yeah, right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this one came. This was the secret one I bought at SHOT Show. Shh.
Oh.
But this one here arrived today in the mail. So
nice.
Yeah.
These are ATI minis. Go ahead and show. So you already put it together, right, Walter?
Yeah, I did. First thing I did when I got back from the air show from setting up, and I saw the box, and I had to put this together first thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And that thing is seriously heavy. It's all metal, man. It's cool. Stock extends out the whole 9 yards.
It's crazy with the micro detail that they're getting into. With all this
I mean, the amount of time and effort it took to make all these little bitty parts. That's what I like. So yeah, even though it's probably made in another country, I don't care. It's still cool.
No, it's really very, very cool. And there's several ones. There's the AK. There's these. I know that ATI is going to be coming out with a bunch more of them. They're incredibly popular. Yeah. I think you can get them right on ATI's website right now. Of course, ATI Outdoors, sponsor of the Hank Strange situation. Full disclosure, right?
That couldn't have had any effect on me getting a box today. I just don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah, I think it did probably too.
You know, also like Mike, you know, you were there when we were making some videos. So and Mike is a good guy. All the guys at ATI are cool. Yeah, we did cause some damage over at the ATI booth.
Can we talk a little bit about guns right now?
Sure. We didn't get a chance for Clover to tell us. Did you have news, Clover?
Did I have news?
Yeah, did you have news?
You know, not anything that's absolutely pressing. No.
Oh, okay.
But you know, I did read some things about Jeff Sessions' new how they're going to enforce the laws better for low-level gun control, whatever that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Well, I think probably with the Obama bunch, they overlooked a lot of folks that might have been normally prosecuted because there was this tendency to look the other way for certain minorities or minorities in general committing crimes.
Yeah, they cited prison overcrowding. They said that the number one is drug offense for prison. Number two is federal firearm crimes is the number two reason for people to go to prison. So
yeah, I've got an idea.
Thought that.
Yeah, I have an idea of how we could solve prison overcrowding.
I do too, but
yeah. Oh yeah. Mine's nice. Mine's a nice thing. Like, you know, instead of building the wall, we just build like a deep trench along the borders, and we put the prisoners in there. And if you want to come in, you got to go through the prisoners. Yeah.
Okay. So we have a moat. We have a moat of prisoners. Is what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. They can't come back this way, but they could go south if they want to.
And you thought my idea would be radical then.
By the way, someone wants to know before we go to your thing. Someone wants to know if the sights actually work on these, and they do. See, you got a front side post, but also this the rear one is adjustable. By the way, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has
mine wiggles around. I don't know if it actually adjusts.
It does adjust. I've been adjusting it, and it does adjust.
Okay,
it adjusts.
Yeah,
there's a screw on it and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah. Okay, so what was the gun porn thing that you wanted to do?
No, I was on the firearms blog, and I know right now that 10 millimeter is all the rage. Ruger has a GP 100 match champion in 10 millimeter auto. So for you 10 millimeter freaks, you can get yourself a GP 100 match champion chambered in 10 millimeter auto.
Oh wait, Clover, you're a 10 millimeter freak?
Oh, all day. This 40 sucks, man.
How's that going?
Why would I want a little girl around? Come on, give me a 10 millimeter. I don't want a 40.
Well, I think there's somebody out there would. I don't have anything against it. I think it's find it funny that it's. I guess what's old is new again, so it's making the rounds again.
Why are you trying to sneak around? First of all, you're already a pygmy, Lola. Why are you trying to sneak?
Start that again, because you know I was gonna let that go.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead, guys.
Oh, I was gonna say the whole 40-10 thing. I think it just kind of depends on when you got into firearms and what you remember and that sort of stuff. And I can remember my dad having 10 millimeter back in the day. I can remember when the 40 came out, and it was like, why would you take this awesome round and shorten it up? And it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so that's where my opinion falls. And it's an opinion. If you like 40, shoot a 40. I don't care one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm not a big 40 fan either, actually. Yeah, so it's in the Glock I have, it's kind of obnoxious. It just, I don't know. It doesn't.
Yeah, the 22. I never was a big Glock fan until I got my hands on a Glock 20. You know, the 10 millimeter.
Okay.
Awesome pistol. If anybody ever has a chance to shoot one of those, and that started turning the tide for me. But the Glock 22, which is one of the most popular handguns out there, I don't know. I've got an aversion to that thing. I cannot stand it.
Interesting.
Combination of the frame and the cartridge, I think, for me, it's just not a good mate for my taste.
Yeah. So here's some 10 millimeter love. E-Rock says 10 millimeter for life. CB says 10 millimeter because there ain't no 9 millimeter. Mike Bryant says GP 100 10 millimeter looks pretty rad on Mac. That guy's wife, she's talking about a different thing. She says prison overcrowding. I'm a correctional nurse, job security. Okay. I understand.
I guess.
I understand that.
She's telling you she's pro send everybody to jail.
Yeah, put everyone's ass in there. E-Rock says 10 millimeter nuke. So let's see. The Pants says 10 millimeter is great in semi-auto, but in a revolver, what's the point? So
the point is because there's people that like 10 millimeter.
Yeah,
that's what the point is. Yeah.
So yeah. So there you go. And by the way, Sarge sent me this message. He says, "Can you give a shout out to one of my guys, Jay David? I just picked him and his bike up and dropped him off at the ER. Only got a few broken ribs, thankfully. Sarge, C4 Defense." And here's some pictures of what happened. So that bike got,
motorbike. Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, the guy's alive. I know how it is when you're riding a bike. Babyface P is riding a bike nowadays. You got to be careful out there. You got to make sure you look twice for the guys on the motorcycles. So shout out to those guys. A few broken ribs is better than totally squished flat.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
your head scraped in half. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So let's see. We were going to go to something here, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know how we got distracted. Oh, Lola, let me see. What is this? Lola put a 10 millimeter here. This, I think, belongs to Tony of Big Daddy Guns and Big Daddy Unlimited. There you go. This is a Parker 10 millimeter SS pistol. So there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah. There you go. 10 millimeter right there for you. Very nice.
Interesting.
It's cool. I don't have any 10 millimeter pistols. Would you get, Clover? Since you're into 10 millimeters, would you get the what is that? The High Point? Would you get the High Point 10 millimeter carbine?
That High Point carbine? I think maybe so. I would certainly.
You don't have to feel shameful about it. It's okay.
I would Well, I do own the 9 millimeter, and I've never had any issues out of it at all. So I think so. I think I would give it a try. I've never shot a 10 millimeter in any type of carbine, so I think that could be kind of cool. Yeah.
Now here are two polar opposites. There we go. This is a 22 Magnum. I don't know why it has some kind of like blonde hair, so that's not mine. I have no idea what was happening there. So here is a 22 Magnum. This is the PMR pistol, and then this is your Ruger Super Red Hawk Alaskan 454 Casull.
I'll go Casull.
Yeah, totally different calibers.
That's not a pistol. This is a pistol.
That's not a pistol.
That's not a pistol. This is a pistol. So what is that? What is that pistol you got right there? What was that?
That's the Gibbs Arms upper, non-reciprocating, side charging, 300 blackout.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Walter, what were you getting ready to?
Well, I was going to grab what formerly known as a pistol, but now it's got a stock on it. The AK pistol. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
that's an SBR now. That's an SBR.
yes, SBR. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm getting G3600 round mag. Someone sending me a picture of theirs. There you go. G36 with the 100 round mag.
Does Glock still make a pistol in 10 millimeter?
Yeah.
No,
no, they don't.
I thought they dropped it in Gen 5.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
wow, that's
I could be
strange.
wrong.
That would be strange that 10 millimeter is so popular now, and then they would just kind of stop doing it. That's
yeah. I wasn't
weird.
aware. Yeah, I wasn't aware that they stopped. I thought they were still making it. I don't know if that's a 10 millimeter, but someone sent me a picture of a Glock there. Looks like a Glock. So there you go. Which one of these? Different situations, I think. Different situations. Right here. This is like 30 rounds, 22 Magnum, which is coming at you real fast. 4.54 Casull. That's probably pretty slow, but that will totally. Yeah. This will knock your block off, literally.
And that's when you need to slow down that critter coming at you.
Yeah, I like this. I think out of these two, this is the sexiest right here. I would say for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you know, this is cool. This is cool though. I'm not trying to knock it.
It's plastic, and the other one's all metal.
Yeah, this is all man right here. This is
yeah.
Built for Alaska. You could knock the bear upside the head with this and put him out. You know, if you had to. So that's pretty cool. You know what, Walter? We need to shoot this thing, man.
Oh, I agree. You got some 454 Casull?
Yeah, I do.
Ooh, we need to bust some cap. we need to
do it.
We need to break some primers, as I've been saying lately. So.
Yeah, we have to do it. You know, so. As we have to do all other things. Now, I don't know who's actually had a chance to watch that video that we put up with the thing. What do you think about the Franklin Armory binary? I think it's the BFS3, as they're calling all the triggers for the CZ. What do you think about it, Walter?
It was interesting. It worked. You know, all the binary triggers take a little bit of, getting used to. You know, if you're a person that rides the reset and all that stuff, you might have some issues. If you're just a blaster. You like to blast and you shoot ammo, and I think it's more your thing. Tyven had some issues getting it to reset. I think he was riding the reset or something, and it wasn't going da, 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 it was going da, 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 da,
and it doesn't it doesn't, for me, because I already shoot fast. It doesn't seem that much faster than the way I shoot, and that kind of gets in the way. But if you just let go of that trigger, it works great. Nico Ghost Gunner sent me this picture right there, Walter. I'm sure that looks familiar to you. Yeah, there you go. It works great. So people like Walter and Babyface, they love it. I think it's also cool. You have to completely switch your mind over to it. So Clover, have you ever shot any kind of binary triggers?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I don't own anything. But
okay,
yeah,
what do you think about that?
I'm not a big fan. I mean, I'm more of a, I don't know. I'm more of a competition precision type guy than I am, getting a lot of rounds off really, really quick. So, I like having a good, nice, maybe 2-stage trigger, but nice, crisp, short reset trigger either way. The whole shooting fast doesn't, doesn't blow my skirt up that much.
Yeah. Okay, understood. Rodney Brady says people shouldn't sit in jail for weed or lame drug charges. You are bugging, Hank. That's like a 80s word. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think people should be in jail for drug charges. I think that's all bullshit. Well, unless you take drugs and then do something that's dangerous or could hurt other people, or you hurt other people while you're doing things. But
what about increased sentence times for people that do things while on drugs?
Perhaps.
I don't know what it's gonna.
But I in general, I don't think. I think we have way too many laws, and too much shit is illegal in America. We need to simplify all of that, and but I still think it's a good idea to dig prison trenches, and put the maybe not the we can have levels of criminals we would put in the prison trenches. How about that?
I can see Hanks run for president. He's gonna dig the moat instead of building the wall. Mexico's gonna pay for it. By the way,
we won't do it.
We will dig it, and they will pay. The prisoners will pay for it. Damn it.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Mike Bryan says, wouldn't that make canals? Yeah, true.
Would not make canals. Okay.
So E-Rock says Hank the Rock has a movie running the 454 Casul faster. Really good movie. I haven't seen that. Yeah. Mr. Some Gun says, are binary triggers legal in Florida after the law was signed by Scott? Not they are until October.
Nothing's been printed on that either, as far as I know, have they?
Nothing what?
Actual law has been printed. What is what?
No. I think that whole thing that happened here in Florida is unconstitutional, but none of that's been sorted out.
Nothing in, as far as that I've seen, there's nothing in writing that tells you what is what.
Yeah, and I think someone's going to have to get arrested. I don't see people destroying their property or getting rid of it or anything like that.
Most people have no clue that anything's illegal. Yeah. Most people that
I read something today.
Go ahead.
Talking about Maryland. You know, Maryland banned they banned bump stocks, right? And it was talking about in Maryland something about you could register them before a certain date or something like that. But Maryland did not even tell the ATF that was in play.
Really?
Just like that. Oh, that's not going to cause a problem, right?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. By the way, there's Carl sending me his what is that? S&W Smith & Wesson 500 right there.
Yeah, I touched not this time, not this year at SHOT Show, but the year before. So before we were over to Smith & Wesson's booth and we're touching and playing with the 500 Smiths, and I said, man, I got to get one of these. That's just a badass pistol. It'd be one of those things where I shoot it 10, 15, 20 times or maybe 50 times, and there it would sit. But
yeah,
I don't know.
So this is something that came from the Archangel. It says, is the Catholic Church overstepping its bounds for forcing Ruger to make a report on gun violence?
How do they force?
Do you think it's
Ruger?
right, or is Ruger playing nice to make a bigger profit?
How does the Catholic Church force a corporation to?
Yeah. So there's an article here, and this is on NPR from NPR Radio. Says Sturm Ruger will track gun violence after shareholders back activist resolution. Sturm Ruger, one of the largest gun makers in the U.S., will track and report on gun violence involving its products after shareholders backed a proposal that the company's board had recommended not adapting. Ruger said that while it must now produce the gun violence report, the proposal, which is called a shareholders activist resolution, cannot force us to change our business.
No.
And this goes on. What does this have to do with the Catholic Church?
I don't know.
Okay, speaking in favor of the proposal was Colleen Scallion, Chief Advocacy Officer for Catholic Health Initiative, representing the Sisters of the Holy Names of 10 other faith-based organizations. Okay, I could tell you what the sisters can do with the holy names.
They can shove it right up their holy.
Yeah. Why would these people be the architects or the authors of their own destruction? That's something that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Once again, one of the first things that goes away when the bad guys get into power is all those churches. By the way.
Mm-hmm. Where's all the reports on all the babies that have been aborted? Let's see those reports.
Oh, well,
let's see what's happened there. You know,
let's see how many of these good Catholic Democrats support abortion.
Yeah. Speaking of Mother's Day weekend that we're going into, let's talk about that a little bit. You know, that's really crazy. And so someone wants to know: has Texas made any changes to firearms? Do you know, Clover?
Has Texas done any?
Yeah.
No, not recently. Knife, we did have some knife legislation go through. We can pretty much have any blade we want now.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome.
So they got more sensible then.
So out the front and all that.
Oh yeah, so, samurai swords, whatever. It doesn't matter. They stripped all the definitions from being able to carry a blade. It's just a blade now. So.
Oh yeah, all these switchblade things and all that monkey business. Or is that still an issue? Automatic knives.
Walther,
no, you can have autos. You can have autos here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Double edge, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I think any of these companies that have any sense should go private right now. And people like the church should get the hell out of people's business, especially the Catholic Church. You know, why do they have any say in anyone's business?
Well,
You know,
because
can we just keep investigating the Catholic Church? How about that? Let's find out about all the bullshit that they're up to.
Well, you know, they've been that way for how long now? So
A long time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Someone needs to get all up in there, you know.
business.
Yeah, all up in
All up in
that.
their business.
Yeah. Steve O'Bear says, carry a sword concealed.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, you know.
Yeah, and Gunmetal Guy USA says, I thought violence was just violence. Absolutely.
Oh, you see where Australia had themselves a little, what they call the mass shooting?
Yes, and I was going to talk about that once we got through things. Obviously, there was some kind of today hearing in America, in a place that's just barely America, California, Palmdale. There was a shooting, right, at a what is it, Highland High School in Palmdale, California. So I'm guessing that has been resolved. One person was detained Friday morning after reports of a possible shooting at Highland School in Palmdale. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said still no reports of injuries.
A possible shooting? Is there either a shooting or not a shooting?
I don't know. I mean, there might be more news out from that. But then this is what Walter was talking about. 7 dead in Western Australia, mass shooting. Yes, mass shooting. 7 people found dead in mass Western Australia tragedy in a home near Margaret River. How awful, but what caused this tragedy? Was it a traffic accident, a carbon monoxide leak, a house fire? No. The cryptic tragedy, what happened in the Western Australia town of Osprey, was a mass shooting. A family of 7, including 4 children, have been found dead with gunshot wounds at a rural property in southwest Australia. The children died with their mothers and grandparents. 3 generations had moved in 2015 to Osmondton, a village of fewer than 700 people near the tourist town of Margaret River, to grow fruit, the media reported. But wait, we're told by those here in America who would disarm us that things like that don't happen anymore in Australia. Yeah, after much of the population was disarmed by requiring them to sell their firearms to the government after the Port Arthur massacre in 1996. Yeah, because you can't stop that kind of stuff, unfortunately.
No, you can't.
Can't regulate behavior.
Nope.
No.
Hey, behind every one of those triggers, there's got to be one of these. So, you know.
Yeah. Yep. You know, I mean, it's cliche, but you know, people kill people and people do horrible things, and that's why other people need to be able to defend themselves against that.
Those bad people.
Yeah. So, let's see what else.
What else is cooking?
Is there anything? Yeah, is there anything else in the gun world? Any other news, you guys?
I was flipping through things and I didn't see anything that was like, wow, check it out. I didn't see that. No. Oh, look at this. This is on Fox News. This is not gun stuff. Well, it kind of gun stuff back when Lincoln got shot. Lincoln's stovepipe hat and bloody gloves may be on the block as the foundation struggles with millions in debt. They're going to sell off Lincoln's top hat and bloody gloves. Wow. I bet they bring some serious bucks.
So who's selling that off? The Smithsonian?
Let's see this foundation. Presidential, I guess Lincoln's Presidential Library Foundation. Struggling to pay off a $10 million loan.
Wow.
Okay.
The foundation took out a $23 million loan in 2007 to purchase the Barry and Louise Taper collection. Oh, wow. I guess it had a bunch of stuff in it, and I guess they're not making any money. So, yeah. Some collector will end up with that stuff in his private collection. You'll never see it again.
Would you want something like that in your collection?
Not really, no. Kind of morbid.
No. A little bit.
I don't. No.
Something that belonged to Lincoln might be cool. Something that he died with. I don't know. Probably some bad juju with that stuff.
Well, not even that. It just no. No.
Yeah.
No. Not really. I would like to see it someplace preserved, but not to have it to look at every day.
That brings up something. I mean, apparently all those are privately ran, right?
It seems that way. Yeah.
Which I didn't know one way or the other, but you would think that would be some kind of under some kind of a national park system or some kind of something there.
Yeah.
How expensive can it be? I can get paying money to acquire certain things, but it can't be that expensive to run a presidential museum, can it?
I guess they purchased some big collections and stuff like that, and haven't been able to pay off the debt because they borrowed money to do it or something. So, yeah, you would think that stuff would be someplace like in a, you said, a national type museum or something like that, or
National Archive or something.
Well, it's possible people are losing interest in that kind of stuff nowadays. You know, people don't care about history anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care about it. They don't know about it. Like, who the hell is Lincoln? I thought that was a car.
The dude on the penny, man. What's a penny? What's a penny? Everybody uses debit cards now. What's a penny?
What's a penny? Well, you know, that's you bring that up. You know, the only reason we have the penny still is because of all these different sales tax all over the country. Mm-hmm. You got to have small changes to pay sales tax. So that's the reason I've always heard we still have.
Here's what I say to that, Walter. Do you remember when these guys are on, the Fair Tax guys?
Fair Tax guys, actually, I wasn't on that. I didn't see that show. Actually.
Yeah, Fair Tax guys. We can have them back on. They're always here. They came and brought me coffee mugs, or in my case, tea mugs.
I'm a flat tax guy, man. You know, just charge everybody 10%. Whether you make $100 trillion a year or you make $20 a year, you pay 10%. Boom.
And I like the idea. I mean, it needs further discussion and honing, but I like the idea of national sales tax.
That's not a bad, because because
I mean, think about it. I mean, you've got drug cartels, you know, mafia kingpin, whatever, right? They're getting their money. You know, their money's being laundered and coming in. It's not really on the books, but they're buying big screen TVs and fancy cars and other things. Get the tax money off of it.
But that's what the Fair Tax guys were talking about. First of all, we have a whole episode with the Fair Tax guys, and I could definitely have them come back on if people are interested. But that's what they were talking about. Like, you pay a tax when you buy stuff.
A consumption tax.
Yes, that's what they were talking about. Now, let's go into this real quick here as an aside, because this is kind of breaking news. Mike Bryant looks to me in my feed the first person to say it, Mike Bryant, but I'm sure other people are saying it because I was just looking at it on the news myself. Last Man Standing with Tim Allen coming back on Fox.
Back on, yeah.
So there you go. There's lots of conversation about that right now. I'm going to pull up an article here that I found, and this is from Entertainment Weekly. Tim Allen's Last Man Standing officially revived by Fox. Call it the Roseanne effect. Tim Allen's defunct sitcom Last Man Standing has been officially revived by Fox to air during the 2018 to 2019 season. And then it goes on.
I didn't watch it when it was on, but we've been watching it, you know, the reruns and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty funny. Yeah. You know, it has its moments, and
it's on Netflix now, right?
It's on regular. It's on down by us. It's on one of the what you used to call the UHF channels, you know, the ones that plays all the More 32 is what it is. It's down by us here. Yeah, so they play all the reruns and stuff like that. But,
and it is on Netflix as well. That's where
it probably is. Yeah,
I'm behind. I don't watch current TV really, so my stuff's usually on an ex post facto basis, usually on Netflix.
Man, that's the best way to watch stuff. I hate commercials. You know?
Well, that's why.
Dude. I mean, there's nothing worse than sitting down and it be a cliffhanger and you have to wait a week to finish. Come on, no way. We have the technology, people. We don't have to do that anymore.
Well, that's why I have satellite radio in the car too. So I don't listen to commercials. Yeah. Sorry.
Moo Butt says, "Woohoo! Welcome back, Mandy Baxter." And then he puts the what is that thing? The eggplant and sploosh. You know, so you know what that means. Eggplant sploosh. Everyone knows what that means.
I do.
You don't know what that means, Walter?
No.
You got to look that up. Search. What does eggplant sploosh mean?
Oh, the Mandy Baxter. Forget about that. I look at the Mandy Baxter.
Yeah. Mike Bryant says, turns out conservatives watch TV.
The Mandy Baxter is one of the daughters on.
Okay. Let's see. I've never actually watched the show because I've been waiting for... Like, you know, I go through while I'm editing, and that's when, like you guys are talking about, I binge while I'm editing something intensive. Binge watch all these shows. So what is this? Mandy Baxter. We got to look this up.
I think you'll like it.
And make our judgments here.
Well, all the daughters on the show of that are cute, you know. I mean, even, you know, but So is Mom, actually, kind of. But yeah, she's the dark-haired one, the dark-haired one.
Okay, I like my women evil. Vis-a-vis
she's the
Lola
one.
Strange.
She's the brattiest of the 3 daughters. So, you know, and it seems that way, anyways.
Okay. I agree with the splooshing.
I see some brattiness in those pictures. Yeah.
I agree with the eggplant splooshing. This is probably not a good thing. You know, huh?
Oh,
Kevin Doughty says, "Love me some Mandy."
Yep. Wise choice there. Does the eggplant splashing or splooshing have something to do with porn or something, or what?
Yeah. Can you imagine what someone would use an eggplant to represent, Walter?
I'm trying to picture an eggplant. They're kind of rough on the outside, aren't they?
Look up a picture of an eggplant. Or maybe don't. I don't want to ruin you.
I don't think you can do that. Really.
I don't want to be responsible for the corruption of Walter Keller.
I don't think you can corrupt me much, really. Oh, okay. I now I'm seeing the eggplant. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Mike Bryan says, "Guys, how old is she? ? How old are you? Yikes, calm down."
I don't care.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is
Walter's honest, right?
She's legal, right? And I'm a guy, and if you don't look, you're lying. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't know how old she is here. I'm looking to see how old she is, whether she's legal or not.
Well,
before I comment, I don't see that here.
She's not a 12-year-old. Just say that. Look at the pictures. She's not 12 or 14 or 16.
So she was born May 22nd, 1986. She's over 30 years old.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, she's 31.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
That means she was 20 something when she started the show. That's insane.
Right. Yeah. So, well, typically the people who play teenagers are always older than they are, really. So,
yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I play a teenager. No one believes how old I am. It's always annoying. Like, people don't believe, like, when they see our sons, they're always like, how old are these kids? You know, when I say that, when like our kids are at this point, they're 18 and 19, they're like, I can't believe you're old enough to have an 18 and a 19-year-old. Like, really? I graduated high school in 1988. So, and a lot of people I went to school with in 1988 either had babies before they graduated or within 2 years of graduating had babies. So think about that. I'm kind of late to the game.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. So,
No. I have no regrets.
You know,
no. Oh, actually, this is what I have to say. No regrets. I have no regrets. Do you know where that comes? Do you know where that comes from?
No regrets.
No regrets.
Oh,
that's
no
regrets. It's from a movie or something or a TV show where this guy had like he had no regrets, like R-A instead of R-E, and as a tattoo.
Yeah, right.
You never saw that? You never saw that meme? Hold on, now I gotta search.
There's a Snickers commercial I think about that too.
Yeah, I forgot what show that was. Someone's probably telling us right now in the chat. You know, so let me see. No regrets. Yeah. Oh, so here it goes. So look at this. This was in, I forgot what movie this is, but you see he had a tattoo right there. It says no regrets. And I'm trying to remember what movie that came. That was in some movie. Yeah. So anyway, anytime someone says no regrets, I think no regrets.
No,
I don't know. And then I think it became a thing because people are now actually doing tattoos like that.
That's we're the Millers. That's what that was in.
Oh, we're the Millers, right? Yeah, that's funny. Okay, all right. Let's be sensible here. Let's pretend that we're grown up. You know, we don't want.
Why do I want to be grown up?
I don't know.
Right.
I was going to talk about Mother's Day, but before I talk, okay, so here's something. Did you guys
speaking of Mother's Day, let me go do something. I'll be back in just a second. I can take a picture or something and show you what my son got my wife.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Yeah. So here's something, Clover, I thought was interesting. I wanted to talk about it yesterday. A soldier in need of an ear transplant. Doctors grew a new one in her arm.
Yeah, they're doing that now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
Maybe. I think I've had some nightmares about that, but maybe.
I mean, you could grow body parts.
Yeah, you could essentially grow humans from humans. That's kind of weird.
No more fear of getting Elena Bobated. You just grow your junk back.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I would want an ear down there. I don't know how effective that would be.
No, you definitely don't want an ear.
They haven't said they have effectively grown that particular body part. So,
yeah. Okay, so there's no hope. There's no hope then. Really, what is the use of technology if you can't grow your Johnson?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mike Bryan says he doesn't think it works that way.
Right.
I would totally grow a penis from my arm. Why not?
Oh dear, I missed something.
Yeah, Walter just walked back into like a bear trap here. He's like,
see, who told you to go away? Okay, where's this picture that you're gonna show us?
My son bought my wife some nice flowers. Yeah,
flowers.
Cool.
That's very nice. I don't like just like the cliche roses. I like a nice collection of flowers like that.
There's actually 3 red roses in there, but it's just a lot of everything. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
That's very cool. So Mother's Day is coming up. So what are you guys doing? What are you doing, Clover, for Mother's Day?
I honestly don't have I don't think we even have a huge plan. I mean, there is I'm sure there's lunch or dinner involved. Just routine, probably regular stuff that everybody goes through on Mother's Day, right?
Yeah. Any rubbing of the feet? Any like planning on cooking?
Come on, you do that even on, if you do that even on Mother's Day, that's expected 24/7, 365. Man. You can't break down for that.
That's not special anymore, really. No. Okay.
No.
Walter, what are you planning? You got any special plans?
I'm going to be at the air show on Sunday. Going out to eat or anything even close to Mother's Day is a bad idea. So we don't, because we had an experience one time going out to eat, and they didn't have any everything I ordered they didn't have because they were out of it already. But we'll do something. I'm not sure what, something will go down. It'll probably go down after Mother's Day, but
I think that's pretty common. People celebrate things either before or after they actually happen, not on that particular day.
Yeah, that's a bad day to go out to eat.
Yeah. I mean, I just recently learned the hard way of being in Texas. I don't know if you heard about this, Clover, but we were in Texas on Cinco de Mayo. So I got this brilliant idea of being in Texas on Cinco de Mayo. I said, hey, let's do, we're in Texas. Let's do Tex-Mex on Cinco de Mayo. This was so stupid. This was such a stupid idea that I had. It was ridiculous. Like the wait, we went to Mexican restaurants and it was totally insane on Cinco de Mayo. Who knew? At a lot of Mexican joints in Texas, you have a wait period. A lot of them. That's pretty popular. That's probably, I would venture to guess, that's probably the most popular style of restaurant here in Texas. So there's a pretty good chance, especially if it's Friday or Saturday night, you're gonna have a wait regardless. Oh wow. Yeah. Thanks for telling me that when we were standing in that line. You never said anything about Cinco de Mayo or Mexican food. Never, because told you, pick Chinese that night. That's gonna be your best.
I think it would have been Cinco McDonald's or something, but I think I would have. I don't wait in the line. Well, today I waited for a freaking hot dog. I shouldn't say that, but we were hungry. Some places are worth it though. Some are worth it. Yeah, I don't know if that hot dog was worth it. I remember when we waited in that long ass line at SEMA show for some crappy ass food. That was shitty. Yeah, that was bad. We were so mad. We were in Vegas and we were like, what the hell are we doing waiting in a food truck line
some bullshit food when we could just get in a cab or something and go to all these restaurants in Vegas.
It was at the end of the day too, so we got sloppy seconds, So
yeah. We were so mad. I think we left and then went to get some food.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And we had to share, like whatever it was, we got there and the food truck, it was literally the last thing. And Walter and I had to share this crap.
Yeah, and half of it wasn't any good. So
yeah. So yes, and that's the reason why I'm not going anywhere on Mother's Day. I've learned my lesson. Lola, I blame it on Cinco de Mayo.
Ours is usually, family oriented. Like I've still got my grandmother, at least one grandmother. So, it's usually, when you got grandmothers and stuff involved, it's all about eating at the house, big spread type, meal and that sort of stuff usually. So,
yeah. Usually on Mother's Day, I try to, like, my gift to Lola is I'm not annoying, or I'm less. Let me rephrase that. I try to be less annoying on special occasions like Mother's Day or Lola's birthday and stuff like that. So
you just stay out of her way.
Yeah, that's my plan. That lasts until it doesn't last the whole day. It doesn't. At some point, I have to go back to being annoying again. Right. So I carry my revolver in single action. Says my wife asks why I don't buy her shit for Mother's Day. I keep telling her she's not my mom. And Len Holt says I give my mom spa passes. That's cool. So that guy's wife 94 says at CloverTac Mexican buffet this weekend.
I can do that.
Rich White said don't celebrate. Yeah, Rich White says don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. This ain't Mexico.
I agree, actually. So.
I mean, listen, I don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I was in Texas, and I was like, oh, Cinco de Mayo, I'm going to have some Mexican food in Texas. Texas is supposed to
have some Tex-Mex, right?
Yeah. I wanted to have Tex-Mex. So,
where did you go? Just out of curiosity.
Where did we go, Lola? Do you remember the names of the places?
Lockhart.
We went to Lockhart.
That was the barbecue place.
No, that was the barbecue place, Lockhart. Where did we go for the Tex-Mex that we couldn't get into? La Mamacita. It was a couple. There were like places that people said they were really good, and the food. We didn't get to eat any food over there in the Mexican places. The food looked good in the Mexican places actually, but we couldn't wait around for 2-3 hours.
Right.
So
that's a long time to wait to eat. Sorry.
Yeah. Kevin Doherty wants to know who picked up Last Man Standing. I believe it's Fox. So there you go.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah. And Carl Carlson says, Hank, I want to buy my mom the new TriStar compact shotgun. Sure.
Get her the 410, the Mossberg 410. What do you call it? The little short one. Because we were shooting one of my 410s over the weekend, and the Keg 12 or the Keg 410 shotguns, and that thing is sweet to shoot with an 8-inch barrel. Yeah.
Steve O'Bear says Mexican food is great and worth a little celebration. Scott Rousseau says I don't celebrate Christmas. This ain't the North Pole.
It ain't about the North Pole, and I'm not a religious person, so it ain't about the North Pole.
Yeah.
Or Christmas or Santa Claus actually Santa Claus is part of it.
Yeah. But, so no special doings. So so you've got babies and everything, right, Clover?
I do. No, sir. No, my baby is 20. So
okay. All right. Yeah.
I've got grandbabies.
You have grandbabies? Wow. Okay. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not in a rush to have grandbabies.
I don't have none.
Oh, grandbabies are the best. You knock them up on candy and get them all dirty and send them home, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So what is it? Okay, Carl Carlson wants to know, this is a little crazy. We could talk about this here for a second. Is anyone going to be celebrating Dennis Rodman next week?
Dennis Rodman?
Yeah. Why? Oh, is Dennis Rodman supposed to get some credit for the whole North Korea thing? Is that what's going on here?
He needs it.
Oh, he put some work in. Dennis Rodman did.
I don't know if it's deserving of Dennis Rodman Day or not, but I mean, he needs some acknowledgement. He has put some work in on that.
Yeah. Was he officially representing the United States in his endeavors?
I don't think he was, but I think he kind of wore down, kind of, created some opportunity for some talk to happen.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
we
sure.
we could give a little bit of credit to Dennis Rodman.
That and probably a container full of Hennessy. Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's what Kim Jong, whatever his name is, they like Hennessy over there. So,
Oh, they do.
It was either him or his father. They lots and lots of Hennessy. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Oh.
But who, whatever it takes, I guess, right?
Oh, no. Carl Carlson is saying Ramadan.
Ramadan. Okay.
Okay, he's asking if anyone's going to be celebrating Ramadan. I don't know. There might be some people that are
That's a Muslim. That's an
that are Muslims here.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone is. I don't. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Whatever.
I believe in the freedom of the religions.
Yeah. As long as you're not trying to blow me up, you're good to go.
As long as the religions don't try to. Yeah, exactly. If they don't try to blow, if they try to blow people up, I believe in the nuclear freedom choice.
The nucler option. Yeah.
Yes. Bombs over Baghdad. That's
speaking of that. Hey, speaking of that, today at the air show, I got to crawl underneath a B-52, and I talked to one of the guys.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna say, don't call her that, Walter.
B-52, yeah. Bertha. I talked to one of the pilots, and I said, "How old is this plane?" And he goes, "It's an H model from 1960."
Wow. Okay.
Or 60, it could be 61, 62, right around there. I'm like, holy crap, that thing's older than I am. But you look underneath it in the wheel well, and I mean, it looks like a plane that's that old. You can see new wires, and you can see all the old wires, and just kind of greasy and dirty. And it's like, God dang, man, that's amazing. They still fly these things. They're planning to fly B-52s till 2050. Yeah.
They don't make shit like that anymore.
No, that's that. No, they don't. No, sir.
I'm not knocking
aircraft is one of those things in military. I mean, I can't never necessarily speak of, but as far as commercial, if you used to buy a private plane or a private jet, a lot of them with the regulations and the upkeep and you almost got to go through what is it, annuals, where it's like an inspection sticker type thing, and all the upkeep and stuff. That even an old one, I mean, if you fly it regular, it has to be well kept. So even the old ones tend to be pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, they measure the commercials by how the landings and takeoffs, the landing and takeoffs, the landing and takeoffs. So the military planes don't probably have as many landings and takeoff as the commercials, but they definitely, those B-52s can freaking fly around the world if they have to. So
we do that a lot. I mean, we're driving around the old truck, and the wheels doing this because the tie rod's loose, and it's like, it'll make one more trip to town. You wouldn't do that in a plane, though. You're like,
if the wing's doing this, yeah.
Got to go to the mechanic. We're not getting this off the ground.
Or a little further. If you fall, it's only 2 feet or 18 inches instead of 18,000 feet or 20,000 feet or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, there's amazing aircraft. So yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
let's see. So the air show, you're going to be there this whole weekend, right?
Yeah, pretty much all weekend. Yeah, I could just go out and drop my truck off and come back on Sunday and pick it up, but I'm gonna go out and see the Blue Angels fly and check out some more aircraft and just hang out and talk to people and stuff like that. So.
All right, very cool. So let me just take a second here before we wrap up. I want to remind everyone to hit the thumbs up button. Okay, we really need that. And also go put your email address in. Submit your email address at hankstrange.tv. Okay, we've got some things. I've got a whole bunch of cool giveaways that we've got lined up, including Walter's going to be giving away at 50.
We're going to do that. Yes, I'm waiting on. Yeah, we're going to do it. We got to talk a little bit more. We're going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's happening. We're going to have a whole bunch that are going to be coming up really soon. So go put in your email address over there. We did send out the newsletter today, and in that is a link to the video that we just put up that can't go up on YouTube. So you guys want to watch it, you can watch it there. If you don't have that link or whatever, you can always, if you have my number, you can text me and I'll send you the link. If you don't have my number, then that's why you would have to go to the email list, because I send out my number every week. to the people out there. So that's how you do that. All right. So before, like I said, we're going to wrap up right now. So I'm going to go back to CloverTac. What do you have going on, man? What can people do to help support you?
Yeah. Well, first of all, appreciate being on, man. I've enjoyed the conversation with you and Walter. So appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you. It's been fun, man. It's been
yeah,
fun.
it's different.
Yeah. Cool, dude.
Got five live shows, 4 live shows a week, Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, content in between. CloverTac.com, obviously, I mean, is the easiest place to find all the social media links and everything in one place, because some people like YouTube, some people like Instagram, some people like Twitter. I'm on all of them. So head up CloverTac.com, and it's just a one-stop shop for any place you want to hang out.
Yeah, and if you don't see it, he's also on Patreon/CloverTac. All you have to do is look right there, which is
I don't
nice.
put that out too much, but yeah, that certainly helps.
Absolutely. Well, I just did. Hopefully, people will go there and support.
And a lot of people don't realize this about Patreon. You know, you can go on Patreon just as a public. It's a pretty good platform, even for public, even if you don't subscribe as a patron. There's a lot of stuff over there that gets released and is released to the public, so you can hang out there and not even be a patron. So
yeah, absolutely. Okay, very cool. And it was great. It was great meeting you in the line, man. You're a cool dude in the line. You're cool here on the show. Please come back on from time to time, hang out with us.
Absolutely.
I asked you this early on, and I couldn't hear your response. Do you have a patch of your Clover, your leprechaun?
I don't have any right now. I've actually got an email box full of quotes and stuff.
Okay.
I had some PVC vinyl ones made, not the 3D looking ones, not the ones like Hank's patches or like most people have nowadays.
Right.
And I didn't really like them, but I'm out of those anyway. So I'm working on getting some new ones.
Because that's a cool little guy. So yeah,
it does make a cool patch. I got to get some.
Yeah, if it's done right with a little bit of dimensional stuff, it'll be like really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Bryan says he couldn't shoot the 50. Honestly, he'd rather win a SHF Scorpion KES brace. Listen, we could do multiple things here. Yeah. We're gonna be giving away stuff soon. We're just getting some things set up, organized, right situation, waiting for certain things to come online. So that's gonna happen. That's why I keep telling you guys, go to the hankstrange.tv, put in your email address. That's how we're gonna do it. Walter, obviously you've got the air show. Tell everyone where that is, etc., and what else you have going on.
MacDill Air Force Base, Tampa, Florida. It's going on Saturday, Sunday. If you are in town and you want to see it, you want to get there early, because at a certain time, either whether the parking fills up or at a certain, they cut it off, so they'll turn you away at a certain time. They won't let you in. So Blue Angels are out there. B-52s, a whole bunch of fighter aircraft. They were flying the F-22 Raptor around the day. Amazing what that guy can do in that thing. That's holy cow. Looks like it's going to fall out of the sky. But but yeah, check out the air show if you're in town. They only do it once every 5 years now at MacDill because of sequestration or whatever that is, that goofy stuff. Mm-hmm. But anyways, check it out.
Absolutely. And follow both of these guys on social media. CloverTac on everything, right?
Everything. That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. And Safety Harbor Firearms on everything.
Facebook, Instagram, primarily those two right at the moment. Yep.
Absolutely. Awesome. Guys, if you enjoyed this show, if we informed and entertained you, please click the thumbs up, share, and all that. Like I said, please get your email in on hankstrange.tv. We appreciate everyone hanging out with us here in the chat, all the people that support us on Patreon/HankStrange. Of course, the people who support the Hank Strange situation, Big Daddy Guns, Andrew's Custom Leather, ATI Outdoors, and of course, this guy from Safety Harbor Firearms supporting the Hank Strange situation at all times, which we much appreciate, Walter, and everyone else in the rest of the family. I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day weekend. I hope you guys go out there, have fun, and be safe.
Be civil. All of that.
Absolutely. Watch the video that Walter and I put up. Okay. We're going to put up links. I'll send you. Well, you've got the link now, Walter, so you can share it and all that. And I'll share it all over on my social media. I hope you guys get a chance to check that out. Lots of other videos are going to have to go there. I refuse to not make these kind of videos anymore.
Yeah.
So we have to have a place for these videos to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it or not. So that's it. Walter, Clover, did I miss anything?
I think you got it all, man.
Nah.
Okay, awesome. Lola, happy Mother's Day. I love you. Okay. Do I have to be nice? Do I have to be nice on Sunday? Just a back rub. Damn it. Okay. All right, we're out of here. Peace.
See you guys.